Let's look at the actual results of a Phonics screener administered to a 4th grade student. When we were asked to assess this 4th grade student, there was no current universal screening information because universal screening is a requirement of K through 2. We did know that he had SRI results indicating that he was a beginning reader. In preparation for assessing him, we gave him an NWF. You can see that he got 56 sounds but 10 errors, so not a very solid score. We gave him an oral reading passage from Spire 3, which is a syllable division passage. It was tough for him. He ended up reading 46 words correct per minute. His retail was okay, but obviously limited by the length of reading he did. Using the sound assessment and the reading word list that is in the front of your manual, please work along with me as I assess the student in the Quick Phonics Screener. At the end of this presentation, I will give you the opportunity to compare your results to mine.
All right, teachers, so we're getting ready to do an MPS demo, but before I do that, I want to do a little housekeeping. First of all, one of the things that happens in any assessment, as you know, is kids get really nervous in terms of what you're writing. So there are options in terms of covering what you're writing. So you can use a folder, and you can hide your assessment papers behind the folder. This is easy. Biggest problem with this strategy is I can't see what her papers are doing, so not a huge fan of this. You can also use a clipboard and put all your materials on the clipboard, and then you can hold it up like this so the student can't see. And then the third option, which I would encourage even if you used a clipboard or didn't, is just to keep your pen moving. Then they'll get used to your pen moving and it won't be so bad. The other thing I wanted to make you aware of is this form that's in front of me. This is the one of the options in terms of administering the sound portion of the MPS. And you can see here at the top we have the words vowel consonant for her to read. We have letters that can be identified as vowels or consonants, and then we have all of our sounds. Letters that make more than one sound here are highlighted here in yellow to kind of help the student along. With that background, we'll start with the MPS administration. So, you ready, Anne?
I am.
Okay, so teachers, we're not going to ask Anne to say the alphabet because Anne knows the alphabet and I'm saving you from that. But I would encourage you to have your students say the alphabet to you. It's always surprising to me the number of middle school kids who cannot tell the alphabet, give you the alphabet. So, we'll begin with the words to read. And so, reading these words, they are
Vowel, consonant.
And name the vowels for me, please.
A, I, U, O, E.
And looking at this row of letters, can you tell me whether they are a vowel or a consonant?
Consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, consonant.
Nicely done. All right, so beginning with the first letter, can you tell me, and these letters, as I indicated to you previously, can make multiple sounds. If the letters are highlighted on your piece of paper, they do in fact make multiple sounds.
Okay. All right.
Whenever you're ready.
A, E, I, qua, U, y, I, w. Is that a B or not, or is that a D?
What do you think?
I think it's a B. So B,
Nice.
F, J, N, V, Z, Th. Let's see. K, J, K, O, S, W, Sh.
If we come back to S, do you know a second sound that might make?
I don't.
Okay, great. Keep going.
W, Sh. Let's see that. So this is a D. Okay. D, L, P, T, X, Ch.
Nicely done. All right, coming down to section number 2, starting with SS.
Okay. S, O, F, K, Ch. Dj. I don't know that next one.
Okay.
All. Angie. Ing. Anga. Anj. Anka. Ink. Anka. And let's see. Unkt.
Thank you. Nice job. All right, and then dropping down to the third section, starting with the AR, they say
R. Your. E. Or. I don't know that one.
Okay.
O. A. Oi. E. I don't think I know that one.
All right, good deal. Nicely done. All right, so teachers, moving on to the word reading list. Again, we have sheets like this that the student can read from, and you can cover up the one part so they only have one part in front of them at a time if necessary, or you can show them the whole thing, depending upon the student. But I'm going to be scoring from this sheet of paper here. And what you want to do, if you can, which is not always possible, is to capture what they said. Sometimes my brain can't figure out how to write that quickly enough. So with that, Anne, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, we want to begin with the first word, H-I-M, and we want to read across. Which way?
Across.
All right, so whenever you're ready, please start.
All right. Him. Jog. Cold. Mug. Debt. Dash. Path. Thought. Chop. When. Sick. Cluck. Sail. Brace. Leg.
All right, and before you read this last row of words, Anne, I want to tell you that these are silly made-up words. So
okay.
if you don't recognize the word, that would be fine.
Okay. Snab, slep, from, buck, hot.
All right, nicely done. All right, then, so coming to section 2, starting at RAKE, please.
Okay. Rake, bone, pill, tub, gate, snap, flew, praise, stove, snack, slope, theme, scrape, soak, shine, why, tribe, plum.
And you can stop there. Thank you. All right, so coming down to section 3, we turn the page. All right, and starting with STERN, we have
Streen, prick, gurk, shirt, from.
All right, nicely done. And we'll stop there. Thank you very much for your time. And then one last thing we want to do is we want to try some phonemic segmentation and blending activities. Anne, I'd like to play some silly oral games, okay? And in these silly oral games, I'm going to say some sounds, and you're going to put those sounds together and tell me what the word is, okay?
Okay.
So just as an example, my sounds are f, e, t. What's the word?
Feet,
Sh,
shop,
s, l, I, k.
sick,
S, l, I, k.
slick.
Very good. All right. Our first sounds are y, s.
Yes.
B, I, g.
Big.
K, a, n.
Can.
Sh, I, p.
Ship.
B, a.
Bath.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Bath.
Okay, thank you. T, a, k. I'm sorry. T, a, k.
Take.
S, l, I, p.
Seep.
T, r, a, sh.
Trash.
S, p, a, s.
Sace.
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 Thank you. All right, so now we're going to try some segmentation. And so remember, we want to do our finger spelling, our tapping. We put our palm down on the table, fingers up. And I'd like you to give me the sounds in these words. So just some practice to begin with. The word is he. Repeat the word.
He.
And let's tap it out.
E.
Nice. Ship.
Ship. Sh. I. P.
And black.
Black. B. L. A. K.
Good job. It's me. Repeat.
Me.
Tap it out.
M. E.
Nice. Go.
G. O. Yeah.
She.
Sh. E.
Miss.
M. Is.
Nice. Shipped.
What is it?
Shut.
Shut. Sh-a-t.
Nice. Keep.
Keep. K-e-p.
Nice. Smoke.
Smoke. S-o-k.
Clap.
Clap. K-a-p.
And finally, trick.
Trick. Tr-i-k.
Nice. All right. Thank you for your time today, and I think we're finished. All right, teachers. So before we walk away from the MPS demo, I do want to talk a few minutes about scoring. So if we look at our first sheet, first of all, we're going to give Anne credit for knowing the alphabet. You'll notice that I underlined the letters down here that she said correctly, and I did note that she was a little slow in telling me whether they were vowels or consonants. So it seems to me like I want to work on reinforcing that. And then over here it asks me the question, how are they reading? How are they blending? Are they doing sound by sound or whole word reading? And you saw that Anne was doing whole word reading, so we'll circle that. All right, so if we look at section 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 errors, so a score of 36. You'll see that I did capture the fact that she asked me if it was a B or a D, and I captured the fact that she pronounced R. I don't think that's a big enough problem that I need to reteach it, but I do need to clean it up. Then if we look at section 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 errors. And so for a total of 8 correct sounds. And I did again capture the fact that she said ul for LL, which in retrospect would have been the correct sound. So sorry. All right, and then in section 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 errors for a correct letter score of 9. So we have 17, 53 correct overall. And then if we turn our attention to the words that she read, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 errors, so 9 correct. But you saw that she read them without too much pausing, so I would say she was fluent, just was not accurate. It is possible to decide that you're not going to give them credit for fluency when they're not accurate, but anyway, I do. Turning our attention to section 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 errors, and 2 words were not read, so we have a total of 7 correct. And again, she read them pretty fluently, so we'll mark that yes. We came down to section number 3, and we have 4 errors and 1 correct. Nonetheless, even though that's not 5, I know what I need to know at this point. She's not doing bossy R. At which point I discontinued the word reading assessment because we've got plenty to work on, plenty to attend to before we worry about vowel teams and suffixes and multisyllabic words. So coming back to blending and segmenting, we have 3 correct. And then in the first row and in the second row, we have 2 correct. And in the third row, we have 1 correct. Coming down to segmentation, we have 3 correct in the first row, 3 correct in the second row, and 0 correct in the third row, because you'll see that she did put this TR together, and in the previous 2 words, she left off the second sound of the blend. So that's the scoring.
When you're finished reading the appropriate sections of the word list, you want to determine how many were accurate and whether or not the student was fluent. Finally, you want to complete the student summary. And with that, we have a completed MARF Phonics Screener. You'll find the actual results from this MARF Phonics Screener administration attached as an answer key. Compare your results to mine, and good luck with the MARF Phonics Screener.